right, class, let's see if we can take this in one take. Okay, so in this chapter, chapter 8, called Bringing Words to Life Through Student-Created Vocabulary Videos, they present rationale for the use of digital vocabulary videos. I'm going to describe how to apply these strategies in your classroom and provide 2 examples and 2 different ways to do it. So I hope you find these are helpful, and at the end, there'll definitely be time to answer some questions. So let's go ahead and get started. So the 2 that I chose is character trait vocabulary video for those middle school students between 6th grade and 8th grade. And then I also teach high school. So the Hunger Games video, the Hunger Games vocabulary video, there we go, is the other one that we're going to cover. So let's hold on to our seats, kids, and let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and start with the character trait vocabulary video. So I had a class here, and what we've been doing is kind of exploring character traits as they read the novel and short stories. And then what I've done is, what we're going to do is we're going to lead you in creating a large list of traits. And some of those words are going to be curious, bossy, and shy. You're thinking, whoa, those are some pretty big words. Not really. They have big meanings. And then we're going to sort of discuss evidence in text, and then kind of draw in your life experiences to describe those kinds of traits. And then also we'll kind of dive in a little bit deeper as far as the meaning of those traits. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually divide you guys into 6 teams, 4. And then we're going to, go ahead and then get started with relating those words or those character traits. So this is what it's going to look like. So let's do this. Okay, so we're going to actually have a team of 4 students, and then we are going to have you use the word rich. Okay, so what we're going to have is one student is going to take the role of the video director and then films the group. And then they're just going to make sure that it works good and everybody's where they're supposed to be. And then in the final version, there's going to be 3 students that walk up the stairs chatting about how they are so rich. Can you say that? So rich. I'm so rich. And so one student, we're going to have you actually describe how you're so rich and that you can travel everywhere, to Mexico, to France, into the ball. And then we're going to have a second student, and what we're going to do is have you say how you are so rich and that she gives lots of money away and still has plenty of money to spend. And then the third student gushes about how beautiful jewelry and clothing they should buy. And then all of your voices, okay, and gestures will convey and how pleased you are with their rich status, with your rich status, and that will come across in the video. Okay, so the concept of the material richness is an easy one for you guys. It should be a pretty easy one for you guys to understand. And then kind of interesting is that you're going to also produce a second video. And the second video will be illustrating wealth not based on money. And so you'll have, they have multiple meanings and examples, and that's really, really essential for developing your vocabulary depth. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the high school. So high school, what we're going to do is we're going to use vocabulary videos to develop sort of like a vocabulary surrounding the reading of the novel called The Hunger Games. And so what we're going to do is, like, every few chapters, you guys are going to create a list of words. And then with those words, then you are going to then, you're then going to add them to your vocabulary journals, okay? And then after those vocabulary video presentations, then you're going to complete a video quiz, okay? So one team, so you guys over there, you 3, creates a video for the word altar. So that is one word that we're going to explore and actually act out. And then another one is modify, and then tailor and change. So in the first scene, the students, or just one student, the tailor will actually examine the back of the dress. So she says, so what she's going to do is she's going to say, "Do you need me to tailor it?" Okay, so that's a question. And then the second question is, "Do you need me to modify it?" And the third question would be, "Do you need me to change it?" And then the fourth question would be, "Do you need me to make it fit better?" And so then we have a second student then turns to face the tailor and says, "Yes, I do." And then finally, the third holds up a word card, okay, which reads, "Alter to change." So what it is this video is really raising a question about how language is kind of situated in practice, okay? So the meaning of alter is the same to change, to modify, for both beauty and clothing. However, one very specific and concrete meaning is missing, right? And so with that, we want to dive a little bit farther and then kind of examine what that is. And so what it is that we're going to elaborate those definitions, dig deeper into them, and then at the end of the video, we're going to make the differences in words in the novel. We're going to kind of compare and contrast, and such as alter to change. So in the video, a dress will be altered, okay? And in the Hunger Games, people altered their physical appearance. So with that being said, that's just how their society and just how the society works and how they really felt about themselves. So with that, there is opportunities for us to pull up and have the students create character trait word webs that when you put the word in, you can actually use like Infographic, Peer Deck, or Kahoot, and actually take some of these questions and make them very interactive. So that is something that we're going to actually explore a little bit later. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my partner, and then we'll have questions at the end.